Test, test. Just seeing how I'm coming in. And let me know if you guys can hear music or if the music is too loud. There is a world where if we do get a warlock and you're interested in coming out to fish, I can see about getting you a summon too. But you could try whispering me in game if that's the case. Where I am in Ashara, although I don't want to spoil it quite yet, I don't think there's any mobs. So just let me know if you're interested, and if a warlock comes, I'll try to get you over here. I love Ashara music. I think that's because I like Solidus music. With any luck too, I did find the setting for latency. So the amount of lag between when I talk and do things and when when you all react should be a lot less now. There'll still be some delay. You can't change that, but is the visual quality still okay on your guys' end? I think when you change latency settings, you can have issues with quality. Good, good. Oh, sorry. I just head bonked my own mic. Beautiful. Testing again. Just checking it out. Because there's a lawnmower outside. Not a big fan of that. And I also have a Vrograg next to me too, who is doing other things in game. Okay. It's so weird about the not being able to hear the music, but I assure you it's there. I went Galaxy Brain this week and decided to just put my live stream up on my personal phone. That way I can watch chat more easily and do audio checking a little bit too, if it comes to that. We'll start here soon. I wanted to start at, well, it'll be noon local time for me. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I'm deep in Ashara. How deep, you might ask? I'm near the Great Sea. For anyone who does fishing for those pools of enchanted water, I'm out at like one of the furthest spots you can find them. I needed some high adventure fishing today. This is not a slight to those who are lower level. I just needed to feel something. It's been a long news week. I'm gonna go put down my fishing boat. Although, interestingly enough, there is a little spit of land right here you can fish from. It's kind of fun. But no fish and chill is complete until we have a fishing boat going. Hopefully this time mine won't be in the water. I'm trying to like angle myself up as much as possible. I notoriously have leaky boats. Come on, come on. Let's go. I got no leaks. Look at that. That's amazing. My fishing skill currently is 375. That's the boat plus the rod. I hope that's enough to catch stuff here. I do have lures if need be. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I changed that. Where's my fishing? My fishing button. Oh no. Anyone looks at my action bars, you'll know I've been doing some rogue tanking. There we go. Now we're talking. How's everyone doing? Everyone had a good week? Scrimp's fishing from the spell book is kind of a psycho move. Looks like we're going to be catching a lot of lobster today. It's a lobster-rich environment. Audio still coming in okay. I do have an AC that's perilously close to my mic, so there's probably going to be a little background whooshing noise, but I can't do much about that because it's very hot. Very hot. Also very humid where I am. So even though the heat might not be that bad, but when everything feels like soup, ACs are nice in that they also dehumidify the air. So let's see. So we got Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Murog's lurking. She's always lurking. BR Bodybuilder, hello. Garthul, good to see you. Scrimps, hello. Thunder Cookie, glad everyone can make it. Muko Suand? Yes, this is where I'm fishing. Fellow Louisiana boy. When I say hot, I mean, I can disclose at least that I'm from New England. So I don't think we get to Louisiana levels of misery, but it is like New England gets sort of the extremes of every season. So, but you know, master of none, you could say, right? So we get a flavor of what it's like in the South, but I know in the South it's much worse. And then we have brutal winters, even though, you know, it could be worse up in Canada. And then we get, like, flood-like rain sometimes. Big windstorms. And it all is worth it because of foliage, I guess. Yeah. I think I'm okay with being called Fish Daddy. Because that's mostly what I do on streams. But You know, because I'll talk about the news. Vrograg, the anchor orc. I'm clearly not doing news anchor stuff right now. So if you want to call me Fish Daddy, that's fine. So I am at, what was this? I'm at 375, and I'm actually not catching some fish. So to anyone who hasn't started the trek, you still might want lures, because I've actually missed some casts. Just as a heads up. I do have some night crawlers on me, bright baubles. I think anyone who's only going for shiny bauble, this might not be a good fishing day for you, but I'll try night crawlers. That might be a little extra. That might be just enough to catch all these lobster. He fishes, he gives advice, he's a confirmed fish daddy. Yeah, sure. You're all my, I don't want to call you my fisher kids. That's weird. But I'll gladly, I would much rather be like a crazy fisher uncle. Does that make sense? Yeah, and Scrims, that's fine. Like, if you would come here, like, the fact that I'm a max level fisher and I'm having trouble catching fish here, by all means, you can fish with me in spirit. I do plan to do, just to give everyone a little preview of some of the stuff I have planned. Normally it's just me ranting, but so if you remember 2 weeks ago, we did a drawing for the winner of the 200 coins. Neither of those people have gotten back to me, although both of them individually have taken time out to comment on my videos, but didn't respond to the fact that they won turtle coins. Like, even to say, hey, I don't want them. So that's fun. I'll just do I'll do a drawing live for people that are people that are here. I'll figure out a way when the time is right. I'll wait a little bit for it. I'm planning to only stream an hour or two, but I'm supposed to go to Nax today. I have most of my consumables in order, but I'm not underselling it when I say there's a gigantic announcement that I have that I'm under embargo to talk about, but it's big enough that I'm thinking about maybe not raiding Nax just so I can get a head start on some of this stuff, because it's pretty big. I can't. So I don't know if you guys know what embargoes mean, but it means someone on the inside gives you information so that you can start doing work on something for the announcement. So if I blow the embargo, then the person who gives me the information will never give me information again. But I admire your candor in wanting the announcement. Meta, I do tank sometimes in Nax, but if I'm being honest, I have pretty close to Biss on Vrograg. Like, I don't have Gressel or the Hungering Cold. And Kiss of the Spider, the enchants from Saf, and Slayer's Crest. But I mean, like, every melee wants those, and so I'm definitely a team player, you could say. And so I have a Resto Shaman that I bring to help provide Wind Fury and raid heals, because we don't have any Resto Shamans in the core raid group I'm in. So to ensure smoother Naxes, I go oftentimes lately on my Shaman. Thank you. Ooh, a mite fish. Uh, Fish Daddy. Sorry, Fish Daddy secrets. Yes. Big Fish Daddy secrets. I can't share all of them. I would say, because I mean, I've been known to overhype some things. So, if I could put this on a scale of like 1 being they minorly changed something about a class being like 1, and like 10 being I know the exact date and time of the patch being a 10, I would put this at like 9, maybe even 10. But it's not the patch time. I can at least tell you that. The effects of this announcement will be felt directly and indirectly by every single player on the server. I can also say that. So, you can understand why I'm like, should I go to Nax? I'll probably still go to Nax. I like Nax. Nax is fun as a healer. Although, Murag will bemoan the fact that I helped build the meta around rogue tanking so that bosses like Patchwork and Vesuvius, Patchwork is sort of a very heal-intensive fight, and it's very exciting and tense for healers. Rogue tanks kind of make it boring for them, and most healers just do DPS. I think everyone all around Firm Handshakes is happy that I do Vesuvius, because Vesuvius is based on a really janky mechanic of mind control, and it can take raid groups forever to get the pull down, and even then, even if everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to do, there can still be jank. So I think that one's sort of like a net neutral. Rogue tanks can do Lothep. We don't do Lothep. And rogue tanks can do Mixna as well. And I do not do that one. But, yeah, Murug's a healer. And I've done healing too, so I remember remarking to, Murug how exciting some of those fights I just listed were. And she's just like, yeah, be great if we had the other ones too. But, it's nice that rogue tanks get a spot to shine. Garthul, I see your comment. Vrograg steals Murog's fun, then doesn't come to Nax. Shake my head. I'm only offended by it because it's so true. Kinda Jones and I steal a bit from you? Do you? What fun do you steal? Oh, I guess, yeah, because if you do Shadow Priest stuff, that's true. Oh, let's see. Oh, hello, Feronia. Glad to see you. I'm also glad that the time I chose to stream was a little bit more friendly. A lot of the names I see in chat are people from my guild, for people who don't know. I'm surprised. I think no one was adventurous enough to find their way over to me. Also, I didn't also reveal this to everyone. I'm here. On the, in the Great Sea. Jamming out to the Solitha soundtrack, because when the vanilla devs put this in, they're like, we don't have another soundtrack for this unfinished area. They're like, just use AQ, no one will notice. Do you think there's any... Is there a recipe for Dark Claw lobster? I don't think there is. I know hunter pets like it because it's a high-level fish, and a lot of their pets can eat it, but... Feronia, that's fine. Yeah, that's a tough part, is that when I stream Saturdays, if I stream too late, it bumps into a lot of my core raid friends' time they use to prepare for raid. And sometimes that preparation takes the form of a nap. And that's fine. Because you know what? Personal health is important too. let's see. So, I'm assuming most of you watched the last news episode. What's the, do you guys think I went too far about the rogue tanking? I had to rewrite that passage, like, at least 3 times. Hello, Doomstein. Let's see. Doomstein asks, hey Vrog, nice to hear you. I wanted to know, when did you start playing Turtle WoW and when did you start playing normal WoW? I technically started my first tune on Turtle WoW when Nax Ramus was first opening. At that was a point in time when I was still playing Classic, I think during TBC. And it was towards the end of Phase 1.
It was Nax. It was Nax opening on Classic too. We just finished Nax.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm being corrected by Murag. That was also during Nax opening for Classic. But I started then. But I mostly spent a lot of my time on Classic. I really came to Turtle WoW in early 2022. There was a small stint. Murag and I were married, so we liked playing with each other. We tried Ascension out for a while, and a lot of that was really fun, but the community was very lacking in many regards, so we just didn't do that. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I'll finish answering your question, but I see an elf warriors made their way out. That's impressive, Pyrrha. When I finish this cast, I'll cheer for you. So, when did I start playing WoW? 2007? I played during original TBC and into Wrath of the Lich King. I really fell out of love with the game during Wrath, and I had to get other stuff in my life kind of sorted. So I took a long break and came back for Classic, like a lot of people did. Because my time in WoW, I had never done like vanilla. I was always curious. So I guess you could say I started WoW in like 2007, but I didn't play for a lot of it during what people call retail now. Bobby says the game was 6 months old when I started. That's impressive. I mean, as I understand, like, early vanilla was like wildly different than even what we have here. Like, in my news searching, I've looked at like old patch notes, or I remember one of the fun ones Murag pointed out to me was that, like, in early vanilla, paladins could use their fear undead ability on Forsaken. They were just coded as undead. I mean, to be fair, they kind of are undead, but like that was like the level of like strangeness and alienness vanilla was to like what we have now. Early vanilla, almost all Skolo drops were green. Is that true? Oh, hey Dragonovi. Happy to see you. Dragonovi, big help on the show. I got to... I was really nailing them with questions yesterday about the Shard of the Fallen Star, which will be a news piece and whatever next thing I come out of the barn with. Thanks for dropping by, Dragonovi. If anyone has Shard of the Fallen Star, and you had it a week and a half ago, ooh, must have been fun in Battlegrounds. That thing was smacking people. And don't get rid of it, just because they reduced the scaling, because Dragonovi says that it's going to get spell power in the next patch, so. And a good amount, too. So much so, I think, for most casters, it's going to be part of their progression for trinkets. Thunder Cookie says, although there were so many bugs, I remember being logged out mid-fight because the fight was longer than 30 minutes. Yeah. Early meta in vanilla was something else. Like, you would try not to get into combat so you could have better mana regen, and then try to like game it like that. Potions like Dreamless Sleep, the one that puts you to sleep and gives you a bunch of mana regen back, like that was like part of the meta. Now everyone just laughs at it, but it's interesting to see how much the game's changed. Murag says Turtle WoW is way more like playing back in the day, partly because new people are joining. Yes, that is true. The fact that there is an arrangement of players a different level of progression definitely makes the world feel different. Hey Dragonovi. Do you know the big announcement? I just want someone else to know, other than, as I know Akalix knows, because Akalix told me. But can you tell the people that the big announcement is big, and I'm not just hyping it up? I don't want my viewers to feel like I'm gaslighting them. Hey Tawny, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. For anyone who wasn't here earlier, I'm just gonna do a drawing. Like, anyone who can make it out to me, we'll figure out some way to figure out who gets the 200 turtle coins, because the YouTube commenters just didn't respond to my pleas. I mean, I'm trying to give them turtle coins, and they're just like, meh.
You mentioned it in a video or just on stream? They might just not watch it.
Murag asks, did I mention it in a video? That shows you how much Murag watches my videos. But my last video at the end, during, like, you know, when I'm doing all the channel news and stuff, I called them out by name, their handles on YouTube comments. So I feel like if I've given them 2 weeks and I've called them out specifically in a YouTube video itself, I feel like I've given them enough time. So I will just I will do something here during the stream to give them out. I can't actually give them out. All I can do is tell Akalix to give them to you. But at least that way, I can stop worrying about the the famed 200 turtle coins. Yes, Scrimps, I should give a deadline. And to be perfectly honest, it was my first time doing anything like it, so, you know, I really don't know what I'm doing. It's all it's all just me figuring out stuff out as I go. A reinforced locked chest. Let's go. By the way, Pyrrha, oh my goodness, Pyrrha, you're mortal and you risked coming out here? Holy crap. I'm just gonna give you a little slash cheer for that one. Holy crap, I would never. When I was mortal, no way I would ever try that. There's so many things in these waters that would just eat me alive. And they're a warrior. So it's not like they can, like, vanish. They can't just fear something, you know? If they get aggro, they're gonna die. Tawny asks, can I win 200 turtle coins if I share the infinite rogue gold exploit? No. Because that's not how I do news. And don't you dare tease me like that. Oh wow. Holy crap, you're right. Thank you, Muko Suand, for pointing that out. This person not only is hardcore, because they're in the Still Alive guild, they also have a PvP rank. Now, wait, is that rank 1? Do you just get that one? I don't even know. I don't do... You do have to do some amount of PvP for a rank, right? Oh! Snosa's here! Hello, Snosa. Just trying to flex your unending breath. Whatever anyone does, do everything in your power to not flag Private Pyrrha. Invisible Fish Ward. So, yep, there's a big announcement in the works that I can't talk about yet. I think for the new news, there's going to be a story about the Star of the Fallen Shard, because I already covered it in the last news, so I want to do a developing story on that. I have another story about... okay. The warlock that's here says, if we get a third person here, I will summon people on the condition that they catch me a fish. That's not too bad. Sorry, my third story. I had to tab over. Why don't I remember? Oh! Yeah, I don't want to announce that one either. Yeah, the news is going to have a lot of punch. Whatever I release next is going to have a lot of punch, I can tell you that. The story I can't talk about in that regard, that one is... call it like a 6 or a 7 on the scale of news hype. I personally really like it, but I don't think everyone's gonna care as much as I do, so I'm excited. Feronia bringing up my invisible fish story. Yes, Feronia was there. I don't remember everyone who was there, but now everyone in my guild acts like they were there. I know Feronia was there, though. Bobby, yes, I could tell you this one. I'm not telling you for self-interested reasons mostly, but because I'm trying to wait to get some assets from the people that told me about it, so I can do that with the announcement. I suppose I could tell you. Maybe I could. Maybe I will. I don't know. Also, if anyone is dropping in, say hi. Hello. If you haven't subscribed, if you subscribe, there'll be a little notification I made. And I believe... Yep, I see it, yeah. Streamlabs is putting up a little link. If anyone wants to donate, I can disclose to you that in the last week, since I've started doing donations, I've made $13. And by me, I mean Vrograg. That's enough for 2 burritos and a Coke. That's like a whole meal. If those people... Because I think the way their handles are handled through the notification system, one of them was looked like an actual name, so I'm not going to say that person, but if you did donate, thank you. If I... because one person donated, I think through my YouTube link that goes to the same thing. But if you're hearing this, thank you. I really appreciate it. That's great. Yeah, that's true, Meta. Now that after taxes, it's really going to be 1 burrito. Most turtle players living outside America can buy a mansion with that income. I mean, yeah. If you're talking specifically about the housing market, yes. particularly where I live, the housing market is like very bad. So, yeah. I think you have to pay $13 just to see a house. But yeah, there's I think the news announcements we got going soon are going to be very exciting. But let me ask you guys: is there anything, because there's a lot of news? Has there been anything you think that's flown under the radar, maybe that should be picked up? Do you guys have any hot news tips? You can also talk about guild drama if you want, because I don't really care to talk about guild drama in my news episodes. J. Will asked, "Do I have BIS?" I have. I'm closer than probably my my DPS probably deserves, but most people know I'm a rogue. I have all of the tier 3 pieces. I have a Thunder Fury, Iblis, DFT. So I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. You could say I'm doing okay. I think I mentioned it before, but like what I have left is like the Hungering Cold, because I'm an orc, Gressel, and a couple trinkets from Nax are the things that I'd still be looking to get. My gameplay recently, if I'm not gonna lie, I've actually had a lot of fun experimenting with Elemental Shaman. I like doing weird things with characters, I'm sure, as you guys know. And Elemental Shaman is an absolute dumpster fire of a spec right now for PvE. So I like trying it out. I did get to do I did a little bit of a ZG yesterday, and I told the raid leader, I'm like, you guys okay on heals? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, can I come as Elemental? And they're like, yeah, sure, why not? And let me tell you, during the times I actually have mana, it's big damage. It's big damage. It's actually scary amounts of damage. And by scary I mean like I was kind of pulling threatened things. Thank goodness I have mail as a shaman. But it's fun thinking about Elemental. I don't even know if Dragonovi's still in here, but when I talked to Dragonovi about the Star of the Fallen Shard yesterday, I did spend some of that time, again, in a self-interested way, just asking a couple questions about, like, doing Elemental and sort of their gear situation. It was much more casual. It wasn't like, when are you gonna nerf paladins? When are you gonna nerf paladins? Give shaman. I was just like, so, more hit, which is kind of Elemental Shaman's problem. They got mana and hit issues that are as bad, if not worse, than Boomkin's hit and mana issues currently in the game. Let's see. I did ask a question. I'll look at chat. What's chat saying here? I can't wait for the hardcore guild to be replaced with global chat so I can wear the title instead of being in the guild to be recognized as hardcore. Yes. When I started on the server, when the population was much lower, there was much more of a community around the Still Alive guild. Nowadays, that does not seem to be the case, so I think it's a good change. Thunder Cookie says, I can tell you that the Midsummer RP event was amazing. It had like 50 players in attendance when it started, which is a lot. After some socializing and cage fighting, the party ended at the beach. I am so glad to hear that that event went well. And thank you to anyone who like heard the stream and went over there. I know a lot of people that watch my stream and stuff, a lot of people have RP experience, but my dream is always to get people to go out, and try RP. It's new, it's fun for a lot of people, so that's great. That's awesome to hear. Feronia says, I don't think we have drama in our guild. Let's just talk about Honorable and how it tries to lead a raid. I, fortunately, because I've been so busy with news, have been spared what I believe to be the dishonor of going to an honorable raid. Yeah, I don't have much to say about that other than to meme on the joke itself. Tawny says, for rumors, PvP honor ratings being out of control, not much else comes to mind. Yeah, so what Tawny's talking about, I believe, is that there are some players who are trying to rank in PvP that are getting, like, absurd amounts of honor. Like, I'm saying that understanding how much honor can be farmed. There was even some calls in the forums to try to enforce some sort of like playtime limit, because it was believed that some players, the only way they could get those numbers was by like account sharing. So that's been getting out of hand a little bit, I suppose. I don't really care about ranking, but I know some people do. But ultimately, the bigger issue here is that the vanilla ranking system is just absolute cancer. So, you know, I don't think fixing how people play is the issue. I think fixing how to incentivize people to play is more the issue. But I don't think PvP fixes is like, well, it's a RP PvE server with a heavy bent towards the hardcore community. And while there is a PvP community here, I just don't think it's a big priority for the team. I'm sure they're going to do something, but man, it's just, PvP is always in a bad situation because of being in vanilla means you're sort of locked in a time where it was just notoriously bad. I mean, the class matchups are just completely bonkers. The way honors handled ranking, all that kind of stuff, it's just bad. So, but yes, adding to that is some people getting ridiculous amounts of threat. It was a recent news thing. Let's see here. Meta says, I hope they rework Survival Hunter into melee-focused spec. Yeah, there was someone I was doing like lower level raids with who was just a melee hunter. It'd be interesting to see what they can do. I really don't know what else they can do with... Is that survival spec that does the melee stuff? I don't quite know, but... I think the team, from my talking to the team and discussing like kind of things they have planned, I think in general they want more play styles to emerge without upsetting the balance of things too much. So I could see them doing more with melee hunters. Feronia is telling war stories, I think, of an honorable raid. I listened in on one, AQ40. They wiped at least 4 times and collapsed on the first boss. Damn, that's tough. Honorable raids, don't go to them. Tawny's probably continuing the discussion about the PvP honor situation, says, yeah, I mean, account sharing isn't against the rules here. It's just an unspoken thing that people don't push PvP that much, and it sucks that when new people join and don't follow that. Yeah, I think sort of like pushing honor in that sort of way is a little bit like when you see market manipulation on the auction house, which totally can happen and isn't against terms of service unless someone's using like a third-party software to do it, which they're not. Like when people just buy out everything and then post it at a higher price, GMs can't intercede on that because that's a player choice with player interactions driving everything. So like when Tawny says, hey, you know, it's an unspoken rule. It's like the same thing where it's like no one needs stuff to be that expensive, so like why do that? And people do it anyway. So trying to understand why Dragonovi said at Brutus. Who the hell's Brutus? What did I miss? Sean, yes, I actually I did read an article about that. Ranking is getting changed in Classic Official. I would love for the Turtle WoW team to try something like that, if only to calm down the PvP community. They're always animated about something. That's interesting. Tawny says not survival is just PvP. Okay. I don't know. I've never played a hunter. I did way back, but I don't remember anything from it. But Bobby says the guild I ran back in the day would do naked deadline runs every Sunday, and you could only arm yourself with a fish or beer stein. Interesting. Dead mines. Okay, yeah. The Terrible Puddle asks Tawny, do you even follow the dueling etiquette? There's etiquette in dueling? Is that like don't use potions? I've heard people whine about that before. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to put down a fishing boat, I have one in the mail. If you have the survival skill, just like give me an emote and I can get it over to you. I think I can make another one too. It's almost time. It's weird. It's like a 2-hour cooldown to make a boat, but then it's a 1-hour cooldown, I think, to put down one. Terrible Puddle says there are 2 decades of established dueling etiquette. Really? I suppose. But I mean, that's for people who care about dueling, right? So the only way you could know about dueling is if you did dueling. And if you haven't, it'd be kind of a hard thing to kind of get jumped in on, you know, like you wouldn't know what you're doing. Are these soulbound? No. Let's see. Who might have the ability to do a boat? Let's see. Let me ask. Can anyone put down another boat? I have one. Tony says, oh, another rumor. Drop rate of green items like green crystal and dark runes are lower. Okay. Jamie tested with 100 mobs and it was okay, but the auction house still rises in price fast. So yeah, that's clearly just a rumor then. I did see a discussion going on about that before, but we'd need more of a smoking gun. I did look into it. I have some evidence about it, but it's different. So I'm not saying the drop rates is different, but I don't think my evidence supports that hypothesis. It supports something else. But I need to do more research before, because I don't like spreading rumors. I like talking about rumors, if that makes any sense. And I don't like starting them. I've been tempted to pick up mining on my warlock for DME arcane crystal farming. I do that on my mage. And I'm pretty sure Garthul has a mage. We should chat. We should definitely... Oh, well, I guess they would need to be a miner though, right? So that sort of precludes that. How about let's up the drop rate on Flog Cloth about 5%, right? I guess, like, the desire on Mooncloth has been going down, but people still want Fellcloth, which is interesting. It must be something with the proposed crafting changes. Hold on, let me see. Did anyone actually respond to me? Tell Arna says I don't have survival. Pyrrha doesn't have skill that high. Anyone? Fishing boat. I have one if you can put it down. Yeah. So, yeah, Dragonovi. You can only summon Dragonovi with certain things. And Dragonovi is out here saying nothing was touched with drop rates. But Dragonovi, what if a bunch of people said it was, and they're just trying to gaslight the team? Because sometimes it feels like that. There's standard deviations that happen all the time, and that with confirmation bias, rumors like that can get out of control. Now, that being said, I've seen incorrect things be on loot tables before, but many of those have been fixed. Like, I remember very early on with my mage when I was doing lasher farming, I'm talking like 6 months ago, or maybe more, I got like an Alterac Valley bandage from a lasher. I remember I reported it. I did a ticket, and I'm like, so I'm in Dire Mall. This doesn't look right. There's something about, because I've heard other people say they got Alterac bandages in weird places too. I think there's something with that item that's cursed. It's funny. I mean, I think you can sell them. They're like decent money. I should probably ask you. Does anyone need lures? Anyone need lures? I have some. We have Nightcrawlers. Did anyone else? Nope. No one else has anything for me as far as fishing boats. No, that's what I'm saying. So Garthul, right? I have seen a little bit after, like maybe a month after I made that report about the bandages dropping in lasher runs, they made a note, and I never saw it again. But what I'm saying is, like, I've seen the bandage pop up in other places that weren't Dire Mall as well. So it's like true spaghetti code, where like they fix one thing but it goes somewhere else. Pescadix, that area is really bad for fishing? No? Yeah, of course it's bad. You need to determine your parameters here, Pescadix. Like, I'm catching fish. So, if my goal is to catch fish, then it's not bad for fishing, is it? Now, if you're trying to catch a particular fish, it could be bad. If you're trying to catch dark claw lobster, it's the best there is. Does it catch any fish that are worth anything? Kinda not. Kinda no. Like, what, I got a firefin snapper here on accident, a couple mite fish, some stone scale eel. I mean, some of these have some value. I got some big mouth clams. Those are nice. Okay, Garthul. Already thinking of the headcanon for the Alterac Valley bandages. Players can queue for BGs anywhere in the game. Sometimes the rip in space that gets you to the BG also brings some bandages back when you get out. I like it. So now it's not a bug, it's a feature. Can you elaborate on the banana situation, Recall? What? The banana situation. Recall getting these bananas in Classic and it was vendor trash? If you're talking about the Telebim bananas, I think they're just like a white item, like they're just food? I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, now there's bananas in Telebim you can pick up and make some, like, some really nice buff food for some of the classes that don't have buff food. Like, I think there's a spell power one. There's, like, a ranged attack power one. I think there's a haste one. Oh, I see. Okay. Fish Daddy and his banana. Did I have bananas in my bag? I don't have any bananas. Let's see. Did I get any golden pearls? Golden pearls? Let's go. Come on. Oh, guys, look at that. Golden pearl. So now who's say, oh, is fishing good here? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Is the fishing good here? Maybe. Is it bad? Usually. But can you randomly get golden pearls? Hell yeah. Let's go. Well, I wish it was rigged. If this was rigged, I'd be catching, like, I don't know, gressels out here. By the way, I do want to say that I think it would be super fun if they added, like, random, like, really random purples that could just, we're talking, like, minuscule chance. But, like, you could just fish up some random raid gear. Oh no. Am I down? Am I down? I saw my thing go away. Hold on, let me check my health. Oh no, it's his stream quality's good. Okay. You guys still hear me? My chat went down. No. Anyone? No? I don't know how bad the, Okay, you hear me loud and clear? Good. Okay. No, I think it was just at the beginning of the stream I was telling people, I'm watching chat on my phone, and that went down for no reason, so I thought, like, my stream went down. But yeah, what I was saying, other than admiring this gigantic slab of an orc chanterelle on this gigantic, look at this. Damn, that's big. What kind of buffs you got on? I don't see any. Has a GM been here? Is this a GM's work? I don't see any buffs. How is this person this big? This is illegal. Yeah, I know you eat your spinach. What's going on? Oh no. You shouldn't be able to get that big without there's like some potion that helps gnomes get bigger. Wait a minute. Oh, I know the secret. Okay, yeah. I know what you did. You can't trick me. I mean, you can. It's pretty easy sometimes. But all I saw was a big orc, and I'm like, how? Yeah, I won't tell your secret, but I know of the secret.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Hold on. Oh no, I can't get on my own fishing boat. This is embarrassing. There it is. I got it. Alright, listen. This rogue knows a few tricks. Well. Hello, fellow humans. I too am a human now. I really wish they would do something more with the rogue disguise skill. Because if I walk into Stormwind, they'll still kill me. They'll see that I'm a red name, and they'll just kill me. I can't walk into any factions with my I don't even have all the disguises. I have the Dalaran Wizard disguise, the South Sea Pirate disguise, and the Syndicate disguise. You need like reagents for the other ones. Like you need Dalaran Wizard robe, a deckhand shirt. I suppose if I'm on water, I should probably be a pirate then, huh? Hold on. I think I have it in here. Deck, there it is. Don't worry about how disorganized my gear is. Let's try this again. So it's a reagent, but you don't use up the reagent. See, like it's still there. That's how disguise works. This is my pirate form. Yeah, that's I mean, I did actually talk to Acalux about this because I know there was some announcement. They've been teasing that they're going to be doing some sort of class discussion about, hey, we want to get the community in on stuff. We want to talk about class design changes, you know, either for the patch or further out. And then it was supposed to... Oh my god, really? Catching a fish breaks my... Turtle Wow devs, do you see this? I am trying to RP as a disguised pirate, and every time I fish, it breaks my disguise. This is some bullshit. Why even be a rogue? All I have to look forward to being a rogue is just having warriors make fun of me that my DPS isn't as high as theirs, and then going to battlegrounds and getting killed by casters. That's what I have to look forward to. Don't you see how poor I am? That's literally unplayable. Yeah, Thunder Cookie Scene. Yeah, the disguises are cool, but they don't have any PvE effect. Like that's sort of what I'm saying. I'm not saying like I don't want them to inadvertently make some sort of broken thing. But like there's literally in game right now. If anyone has done the Scarlet 40-man attunement, which isn't out yet, but there is a key. Check it out. Scarlet Crusade Insignia. There's a quest chain for it. But part of that quest, you have like a limited use item that gives you a Scarlet disguise. And when you wear that, the Scarlet Crusade won't attack you. So like it's right there. Like, why can't Rogue Disguise do something like that? That would be cool. And you know, clearly it's not broken if you allow people to have that disguise. Damn. You're gonna mess up the boat here, Chantrell. Oh, Pyrrha. Oh, I can't trade stuff to Pyrrha. That's right, because you're hardcore. If anyone does want lures, though, you can trade me. You can open trade. I have some extra night crawlers, which I'm not even using, so I'm missing half my cast. Let me fix that. But yeah, I have like another 28. I also have some bright baubles if like you need a bunch. Oh, I didn't even do my own lure. There's also a bug with fishing when your lure runs out while casting, the line disappears. Yeah. That's I mean that only happens so often. But I think it's because they want to keep your fishing skill dynamic with what it is, so it just uncasts for you. I've seen it before though. Cuz I'm a bit of a fisherman myself. Yeah, look where this orc here is fishing. Or not fishing, swimming. Like, meters above the water. Lizard Man asks fishing level? Are you asking if there is a fishing level, or what is a required fishing level? Is where we're out here in Ashara, I think you gotta be 300 And then you need to put on a lure. The boat will help some. The boat gives you 50. Now, is that a... that might be a disguise. I'll know if the disguise breaks when you finish your cast and you actually pick up something. Also, if you hear typing in the background, I haven't been typing this entire time. It's just Vrograg. It's just Vrograg. I don't know what she's typing so much about, but she's been typing a lot. Oh, mine's 300. Yeah, see, I told you, Chantrell, it breaks our disguises. Syndicate disguise is nice. I have that one too. There's like a... Isn't there a Trog one? There's a Trog one. I think Alliance can get an Orc one. Because I can get like the Human Peasant one. There's a couple others I think I'm forgetting. Well, like, I understand, like, if a disguise goes away during combat, but it going away from fishing seems a little silly to me. Oh, okay, that's why Vrograg's talking so much. They're talking about KOTOR. Vrograg's a big fan of Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, do you, Oh, you're doing another disguise. Well, that's nice. Oh, yeah, that's the Dalaran wizard disguise, right? Alright. Is my fishing... I still have an hour on my fishing boat. Could anyone else do fishing boats? I mean, all I can do is just be Orc Jesus here. Oh, you got them all. God damn, Trogs are so ugly. So ugly. Warts, yes, exactly. And you had to make them bigger with your gnomish secret. Like, why do they have boils on them? Oh my god, so gross. There should be a Furbolg disguise. I think there is a Furbolg disguise. I know there's at least a skin. Ugh. Alright, well, I don't think we have any people that can do survival. Let me try one more time. Let me try. Anyone with high survival that can put down fishing boat. I keep asking, but I think they just like dancing on this little spit of land here. Ugh. Let's see here. I also got a... I don't want that. I don't want that. Sorry, I'm pulling up something. I'm pulling up something. Hang tight.
Do you have mats for a boat?
Yeah, I already physically have a boat. I have mats for a boat, and I have a boat. I have both. No, Pescadix, I don't need mats. I just need someone to put down one, because there's a 2-hour cooldown on putting down a fishing boat for, like, I don't know, no reason? If anything, I've learned that the developers hate fishing. Let's see here. I just got a message from Akalix. Had to check on that. Oh, Akalix is just laughing at my misfortune of knowing the big announcement and not being able to talk about it. Thanks, Akalix. You're the best. Let's see. I'm still trying to get to the thing. I want to get to the change log. Alright, there it is. Alright. Oh, right. Have you guys... What are your feelings about the, rage, energy, and mana, abilities that, like, get you those resources, giving threat? How do you guys feel about that? I've heard a lot of different things. Because I know the paladins are popping off about it because it's going to give them so much more threat from all their mana increasing abilities. But things like... So, like, my passive energy regen, for instance, that won't do anything. But if I drink a thistle tea, that would give me threat. If you're, like, a warrior, you getting rage from getting hit doesn't give you threat. But if you drink a mighty rage potion or you pop something like bloodthirst, that would give you extra threat. Which, that was working correctly. For some reason, I was looking into the GitHub about this. That is working correctly, but like no one else's resources were giving them threat. Which is weird, because if anyone's played like other versions of WoW, like you're aware of the fact that like if a tank pulls something, you're a healer and you drink a pot, like the enemy will go right to you. But apparently that wasn't how it was working. Yeah. Garthel says regen of resources should generate threat. It makes sense. Yes, I definitely agree. It makes sense. It's just weird that it wasn't working. Does that mean if we buff a random people we cast, so you already get threat from doing that? It's specifically talking about mana, energy, and rage increasing abilities. So I don't have it in front of me, but if any... Oh, actually I have Atlus loot now, so I think I can show this off. Does anyone know the name of the Druid tier 3? Select loot table. Oh, Dreamwalker. Alright, so Dreamwalker Leggards, right? You see the 2-set bonus here? Your rejuvenation ticks have a chance to restore 60 mana, 8 energy, or 2 rage to your target. So, like, based off the change, Druid healing's going to get a lot more threat if they have the 2-set tier 3. But before they weren't getting that threat. They were just getting the threat from the heal. I haven't done very, like, threat-sensitive fights yet. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Neuropsyche, thanks for dropping by. Did I miss any special news or announcements? No, but you did miss a lot of teasing about announcements. I categorized one big announcement I have as almost as big as announcing a new patch, and the other one is kind of like a 6 out of 10 on the scale. I can talk about one, but I don't want to because I need more resources to talk about it properly. And the other one, I'm under an embargo not to talk about. Lobster, hi, Vrograg. Any plans for an OnlyFans? I hope you wrote OnlyFans on purpose because that would be funny. I'm not a big fan of Oni. If you read into Blackwing Guard's lore, we are stalwart enemies of the Black Dragonflight, so. Is it true that Akalix doesn't want their socks? Doesn't want their socks? What are you talking about? Doesn't wash their socks. Sorry. So, like, the YouTube thing has this really annoying tendency. Like, there's like a little, like, emoticon button that always blocks out like the end of someone's sentence. I have no idea what it does. I can't seem to do anything with it. I mean, maybe I can just like... Anyway. YouTube's UI sucks for this at times. Could we all get Vrograg a like? That might help get more people's attention. Yes. Also, that is a good point. You know, Thunder Cookie, you're saying the real stuff here. If you like the stream, you should like it. Because I actually think that pushes it towards people who might want to watch it, I think. Also, to be perfectly honest, my thumbnail game for my live streams is lacking. I mean, you guys seen my videos. That thumbnail game, that one's blowing up. But I also, generally, like I've said before, I like doing Q&As, hanging out with the community, talking about things. It would be weird if I had to explain stuff to people all the time who just drop in. It wouldn't be bad. It could get distracting, I think. Yes. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Actually, if you do subscribe and you're not, there will be a notification in Streamlabs. So that's cool. And there is a donation link. If there's like any oil princes that are like in chat and just got it like that, you hit that donation link. You can buy me some burritos. You never know. Maybe Vrograg can be bought. You just haven't tried yet. Hi, Thims. Thanks for dropping by. Still no takers on making a fishing boat. This is outrageous. All of you are here who are here. Y'all need to figure out how to make a fishing boat. You don't even need to know how to make one. I literally have one. I just can't put it down because of the cooldown. I could trade it to you, and then you can put one down. I like Fish Daddy streams. Yes, I have somehow gained the title Fish Daddy. It's fine. You don't have to donate Thunder Cookie. It's fine. I honestly honestly what happened was if anyone's done any YouTube stuff, there's like a tab where they're like, how to like get on track for like earning ad revenue. I'm like, oh cool, like a lot of people watch my videos, I'd like to do that. And then like I hit all the things they want me to do and I did it, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna review it. And then like a week went by and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh yeah, I can take a month. And then the next step can take a month. So I'm like, oh, okay, well like on my first live stream, and I've had other people whispering it, they're like, hey, I can't like super chat your stream or whatever. Oh, like it's like, do you have like a link or anything? So that's why I have that now. Oh, Murag's coming. Murag can put down a fishing boat. I know this for sure. Maybe Turtle Wow will add a Fish Daddy title. I don't know about all that. There are some things in the game that are inside references and things like that they do exist. I don't know if anyone has them here, but there's programmer socks in the game. Damn, Snosa's just calling them minions? No, wait, Murag, come trade me. Yes. Oh, okay. She has her own fishing boat, everyone. Let's see if yours has any holes in it. Oh my god. Let's go. We got another boat. Oh. Sombraloon made it? Oh my goodness. Sombraloon. Much respect. To anyone who's like under level 30 and you made it here, I am, unless you're a druid, because druids can just swim like crazy, but anyone else who's like low to mid level, mad respect for getting all the way out here. It's a tough journey. I think I can also make a, let's see here. Can I make the, where did they put bright campfire? Is that just next to campfire? There it is. There. That'll help your leveling, I think. Does it still help leveling? It's been so long. I don't have the, oh, that's not where I thought that would go. I don't think this was designed for this level of people. But I respect it. Oh, Meta, you're Somberloon. Okay. I remember you tragically were killed, and then my raid leader, tier 3 warrior, like, just raffle stomped a mage last week who killed you. That was great. That was a great moment. I can see y'all in the distance. Thunder Cookie, I'm glad you can make it. I don't know where you are, or if you're already here. I did change the bit rate not the bit rate? No, the latency. So I shouldn't be having like 2 minutes of lag before you guys hear what I say. Yeah, don't scare the fish, guys. It's important that we fish. I don't know if I don't think there's any weighted fish in here, so we can't really do like a fishing competition like we did last week. But I do have an idea for how we'll give out the 200 turtle coins. And it doesn't involve Makara. Oh yeah, have you guys seen some of the videos of like people in like retail hardcore PTR doing like I guess like if you kill someone in a duel, like, and you're both hardcore, you have to like type a thing like you would for deleting an item, but if you kill them you get an ear, like a trophy from them. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's pretty wild. I mean, I don't like PvP, so like I don't think I would ever do that, but I do know that if I was into PvP and some guy my level rolls up to me and they have like multiple ears on them as a buff, I would just be like, nope, I'm out. Oh yeah, Scrimps, that's right. Yeah, I should talk about the Four Horsemen wipe. So, I'll be honest. Do you know what that actually made me think of? That actually made me think of, I'm sure most people here know, like, the Leroy Jenkins meme, right? So, not everyone knows about the Leroy Jenkins thing is, like, that was like, done as, like, a guild advertisement. So, like, it was all staged. So when I saw someone doing that and the level of reaction that was going on, part of me was just like, this just looks staged. Like how? It could have actually happened. I'm not saying everything's fake. The reaction seemed weird, but maybe that's how it is in hardcore raiding guilds. Like maybe that is what it is, but I've never man, Four Horsemen would be wild if you're a hardcore toon. There are so many things that can just easily clap you in that place. Lizardman says no shot, it's staged. Okay, that's fine. I mean, maybe so. That was just like when I watched it, that was like my feeling. I'm like, the reaction didn't feel natural, I guess. But maybe when you're in hardcore guilds, like, they're much more strict about who can talk, because people could get panicky really quickly, so maybe that's it, but I don't know. And apparently everyone who died from it is appealing it. Generally, Turtle WoW has been sort of like an innovator in the hardcore space. I think it'd be cool for them to add the ears as a cool thing to do, because I will admit, like, duels to the death, that's pretty hype. I like that. Yeah, okay, see, Thunder Cookie, that's a good point. Thunder Cookie says, I thought it was very weird, especially since my news page is now offering me interviews with the guy who caused the wipe. Like, so even if the rest of the raid wasn't in on it, it seems like it was done for, like, publicity. Because, like, there was a recording of the person doing it. Like, if they felt any amount of shame or were sorry at all about it, like, why release that? That's wild. And, you know, exactly. It's a clout chase move. So maybe it wasn't simply a publicity stunt, but it's getting used as one. Oh no, I fell in. Oh no. I just wanted to check out the other boat. Maybe if I jump between both boats, I'll get in. Oh wow. Guys, I figured out the trick. So you go under the boat. See how I can't jump? Okay. Keep going backwards until you can jump. And then, right when you can jump, just go forward a little bit. See? Easy. I mean, I made it look harder, but it's easy. For a second, I saw Gurky, and I thought Gurky was a skeleton. I'm like, oh no, who died? The Griefer definitely did it for clout and attention. I am sure about the other ones. Well, I mean, if they're appealing it, like, out of all the things I think that you might have, like, a good case for appealing a hardcore death, I feel like a player being stupid and killing you is like, well, like, that happens. That can happen at any level. Like, why would they overturn that? Yeah. If the guy did it for bad reasons, well, I think any reason he does that is bad. But there's no way this guy isn't a clown. Now, whether he is a self-interested clown or just an absolute evil troll, I don't know. That's harder to find out. Oh my god, those rats invaded Stormwind and killed people? Are we talking actual rats? Was there an event with rats? Or are we talking, like, crappy players that are evil? Lizardman says, someone griefing isn't some crazy new innovative thing. I doubt the people who got griefed were in on it. The griefer 100% is cloud chasing jerk. Yeah, that I feel that. Oh, rats followed out players? Sorry, yeah, Daniel, I am not ripping a fat pen. I'm a vapor, but I'm trying to be considerate and not vape right into the mic. So I lean away a little bit. Oh, it was on Turtle Wow a few months ago. I must have missed that. Fish Daddy, do you know when they will ever enable the Scourge Invasion event? That was pre-Wrath of the Lich King. So...
There's also...
Oh, was there another one? Oh, the one for... Right, yeah, so that's... Oh, yeah. That's for Nax opening. I mean, you can't get the Undead Cleansing set anymore, but you can still get the Consecrated Sharpening Stones and the Blessed Wizard Oil. So, for those purposes, it doesn't make that big of a difference. It is a fun event. I will say that. It is fun. Because I got to be part of that on Classic. And in general, I think events are fun. Right? That is a very small gnome. Oh my god. Chantrell is like master of disguise. The rat room in the vault is the scariest place they added. Yes, I have done that, and I think I have like a 50% survival rate on that. Anytime the rat room happens, like the timing's always just like a little off, and then not everyone's in there, and then they just rip apart whoever is in there, and then they just come out. It's scary. They said they wouldn't restore the hardcore characters even for that. Yeah, Bobby, that's exactly what should be done, I think, in that circumstance. Oh, I see a person running over. Fabicious? Or Fabicus? I don't know. Hi. Give him a wave. Oh, they're from Dynasty. I don't know if anyone looks at my my comment sections. Oh, geez, that's so quick. But I have gotten like I would say like a few people. I'll say Vrograg has haters now. I have haters in my comments. And I kind of feel accomplished about it. It's kind of fun. Because I just respond to them being like, okay. Like, what? And if they say something that's untrue, I'm like, okay, well, that's not true. And then they just sort of like spaz out and get upset. And then they just leave. I don't know what they do, but it's been interesting seeing that phenomenon happening. Lobster says, Fabicus is in my guild. He is L tier priest. Ha ha ha. Damn. Fob, what do you have to say about that? In your defense, if you want an S tier priest, right here. She knows her shit. She's class lead for our guild. And she knows about the light and the dark. Vrograg is biased. Yeah, I am. I am biased in some regards. But I still think that you're able to put evidence behind the things you say about priests. And I think any priest who wants smite priest to be a thing is one worthy of noting. Because that's difficult and it's fun. And it also shows a level of mastery over the class, right? So there's that. Yes. Yeah, that's I think that's it. Like I have seen Murag put in the work more than I've seen like other priests, for instance. So like there's other priests that I respect their opinion on stuff, but it's just I have too much experience watching Murag learn stuff, so it's obviously I'm going to be biased because I don't have that level of detail in everyone else when they say something. If you ever want to annoy Murag, tell her that tier 3 is the best set for priests. Healing. She loves hearing that. I think I've bumped into Adderall. Not the medication. The player. tier 1 for most classes is garbage. Outside of like some like niche set bonuses, like I know shamans can use theirs to extend the range of their totems for like Hagen. I don't know, maybe hunters might have a set bonus that's good, but there's really not a lot out there that's good. Hold on, gonna be right back, and I'm gonna test my be right back screen. I'm back. Sorry about that. You guys just missed something very entertaining because it happened at my computer setup. Murag was leaning into my mic saying stuff, but she didn't know that I muted my mic this time because I remembered. I wonder what Murag was trying to say. Murag is not allowed to share Vrograg secrets, so don't believe anything she says. It's highly suspect. Now let's see, what did I miss? Shamans can wield Thunder Fury next patch. That's not true, Garthul. Oogla McBoogla, thank you for the tier priest info. We'll work on getting that. Oh, I hope they're not gonna go get tier 1. Oh, I see what happened. I stepped away, and everyone tries to spread misinformation. How dare you? After all the work I put in to try and share information and make the server a smarter place, just for that, you get the loud AQ40 music. Karel Peltrin asks, what do you think about Shaman tanks? Did you experience it? No. So, my thoughts are, right now, where Shaman tanks are isn't that much different from where it was in Classic. I don't think it's controversial to say that Shamans got the least big changes in the class changes itself. And I know that it is something that the dev team is working on rectifying. So there's not a lot to talk about for now, but I will say that I do raid with someone who does shaman tanking, Droken. And if you're ever curious about it, Droken's quite verbose and very well, very knowledgeable about shaman tanking. You can look him up. He's more than happy to help people learn about it and understand it. From what I comprehend, no taunt, so that's problematic, but Fabulous Threat have trouble not getting crushed because they're sort of like stats that they need to get preclude them getting to like crush immunity. So, yeah. Looks like chat's talking a little bit here about shaman tanking. Yes, shaman Chad tanking, exactly. It does take some cojones to do shaman tanking. Water shield plus elemental focus was sort of nice, but shaman tool could still lack in critical components for tanking. Yeah, that's exactly right, Neuropsyche. That's pretty much what I understand. The experimenting I do on my shaman is much more in the elemental field. Like there's some really cool stuff they've added that's been fun to play around with. Like I don't know how widely this is known because there's just not a lot of shamans on the server, but the talent for clear casting will proc off of bounces of chain heal. So if you do a chain heal, every time it hits someone, there's a chance for clear casting to proc. Which means if you are an elemental, you could maybe find a way to try to fish for clear cast procs with healing spells. So I've been experimenting with that, making my raid leader and most of my raid roll their eyes as I say, I'm a healer, but I'm a hybrid healer. I'm going to do damage too. But there are a couple things that are cute and interesting to play with, but nothing that's really changed the meta, I guess you could say. Tawny says Mage got one new spell, and still no one plays Arcane. Rogue got one spell and one Poison 2. Shaman's got so many spells and talent changes, but no one likes them because totems are hard. Tawny, if I detect any Shaman hatred here, I will make sure that I am in your group for Nax, and you will not get Wind Fury. You will get the I'll give you Tranquil Air, and I'll just have you sit on that. I'll have you enjoy it. Even if I'm in the tanking group, I'll see the world burn before you talk badly about shamans. They're trying, okay? And just because most of what they do is support for other classes doesn't mean you can speak down to them. And my lack of desire to learn how to... I know how to twist. I just can't be bothered. Also, the styles of shaman I play are ones that need their mana for other things, so that's part of it too. Yeah. Let's see. Clear casting is necessary for good DPS and enhancement and elements. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Lobster was saying that. Corel says, they've been shaman tanking for a few days now. It's really hard to get gear and keep AoE threat, but when the group follows kill order and keeps an eye on you, you are fine. Yeah, definitely there's great utility with what shamans can do for tanking when you're leveling up. When the gear disparity and stuff isn't as gigantic, I think that might even be one of the best times it shines. And I know rogues can do rogue tanking stuff. If their weapons are better than a lot of the other DPS, then like they can totally do it too. I don't remember what level agitating poison's at. It might be like 30s. I can look at it right here. Agitating poison. Nope, it's 60. Never mind. Excuse me. People are asking about... I don't know what you guys are talking about when you say what skill level you need. Oh, that's why I'm at 375. That's from the boat and the rod. So you might actually need 330 to catch things. Tawny says, I'm a paladin healer. Totems don't matter to me. Yeah, that's true. If your warrior was with me, I would make you pay the price. But as it stands, Tawny, I cannot threaten you with lack of totems. Although I'm sure you wouldn't mind getting a mana tide. I know people overblow paladins having infinite mana, but I do understand you do use mana. I think your mana situation's a lot better off than the other healers in general. Let's see here. Thunder Cookie. The thing is that Frost Mage is tanky, Arcane is great supporter, and Deep Fire's for lunatics who don't mind dying every 5 seconds. Thunder Cookie, that is exactly my experience of doing mage stuff in Classic, because Ignite is just bonkers. If you have too many mages and Ignite starts rolling and you don't have disciplined mages, there's this funny story I tell about what happened to a mage, because I used to be a mage in Classic. There was this mage I raided with. We were on Thaddeus and Nax, and it was right when you start Thaddeus, and he immediately got this huge Ignite stack rolling, and just beat the tank on threat and got clapped immediately. All the other mages, though, like, they were just starting, and they kept the Ignite going. And they just kept the Ignite going. And there was a point on Thaddeus where that mage had been dead for, I want to say, about a minute and a half, which is pretty long on Thaddeus. Like, Thaddeus is almost dead, I think, at that point. And he was still top threat because we were able to keep the Ignite stack rolling. So yeah, Ignite is dangerous, but it's really fun. And make sure to drink your lips, everyone. I like the I like what people have been able to do with Arcane. There's someone who I think's still here. Is Snosa still here? Garthul might even be in chat somewhere. Garthul, though, who's these two players right here, has a mage called Aprica who did a lot of Arcane mage stuff when it first came out. Your damage is not as good as the other two specs, but it can be respectable, I would say. It's not like it's a gigantic loss to go with it. And Arcane Brilliance does add some nice utility, for sure. I think there's more to Arcane Mage that can be explored still. And I'm not gonna lie, I think a lot of people know that what I enjoy a lot about WoW on the server is that there's so much to be explored and experimented with. You know, like I talked to Dragonovi the other day about the Blue Dragon Scale set. They're going to be adding a set bonus to it, because as it stands right now, let me see if I can pull it up. Blue Dragon Scale. There it is. So this is like, if you're an elemental shaman, these pieces right here, these are like your arguably like pre-raid bis-ish. These like might have a use, but they're really not that good. They're kind of garbage. But my shaman's a dragon scale leatherworker, so I immediately said, oh, I might as well make them. I'll say I gathered blue dragon scales, but, you know, don't tell my guild, but I just went in the guild bank and they had like tons of these scales laying around. This is like the only thing they're used for, so I just made myself a set. But before anyone narcs on me. So, you know, the set bonus is a little underwhelming. The damage is nice, but much like the other dragon scale sets, they don't really have many other stats. So with the announcement, Dragonovi was talking about new set bonuses they're going to put out, and the one that they're adding a piece, they're adding boots to the set, and the 4-piece bonus it's called like Arcane Blast, and it's like a stacking buff that will give arcane spells 10 more damage, so it can give up to 30 more damage, which, like, obviously isn't very much in the grand scheme of things, but it's a fun, different, new thing. I would like to get it just to experiment with it, see if like maybe something's broken or something like might work really well for an arcane mage or a boomkin, you know, just to see. Because that kind of stuff to me is always fun, the novelty of it. Because, you know, I've played Vrograg for actually I can do played. Maybe I don't want to do played. Oh no, shit, I might regret this. Yep, I regret it. Damn. 78 days. Anyway. Ooh, that hurt. Alright. Anyway. So even though I've played this game for more than 78 days, because I have multiple tunes, but well, let's call it 90, right? I've played this game for 90 days, and I'm always encouraged by exploring new stuff. And there's still lots of new stuff. Even though it's niche, even though it's weird, it just always gives me some kind of, like, thing to look at. And I'm sure you guys also understand that, you know, I do like the new stuff. I like explaining stuff I discover to other people. Like, that's what started this whole thing. So, yeah, obviously the way that Blue Dragon skill set's going to play out, it's not really going to change much, but I'm looking forward to trying it out, all the same. Garthos says, Arcane is cool, you never run out of mana. Yeah, I remember you saying that about it. If they add more on-spell hit effects, it could be good. Oh, you mean like the Blue Dragon scale set? Yeah, Arcane just keeps casting and casting, like the Energizer Bunny. Yes, Thunder Cookie, that's exactly what it's like. Committing guild bank fraud? It's not fraud. I'll tell you exactly how all those Blue Dragon scale sets ended up there. Every week you kill Cro-Mag, someone skins him, and he just gives like a party popper full of like random dragon scales. You see the Blue Dragon scale, no one wants it because it only makes one thing. So people are like, well, I got this on the guild run, I might as well put it in the guild bank. Fast forward 3 months, good old Vrograg comes by and says, I'd like to try this set. So it's not bank fraud. Plus there's a log. If the officers didn't like what I did, I'm sure they could speak to me. The enchanted armor kits will be interesting to see how they shift the meta. Yeah. Also, one of my tunes is a leather worker, and it always feels bad that, like, you make these armor kits that no one wants. Like, nobody wants them. And it's like, well, you know, like, you don't need to be the best at everything, but it'd be nice if they were occasionally desired. One big thing, I can speak with some authority on this, the change for the core leather armor kit going from 3 to 6 defense will mean that there is a new disenchant for rogue tanks. Because the 3 defense, I believe, is not as good as 4 stats on chest because of King's scaling, but at 6 defense it actually beats it. So, like, already there's already a reason for, like, a leather worker. They'll have some regular customers finally, you know? That's nice. Thunder Cookie says no regrets here, Rogue. Yeah. I mean, there's like meta regrets, but, like, I'm having fun. That's why I play games, to have fun. And WoW is a social game, so I'm having fun with other people, so it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, you know, maybe it's a little different because, you know, you can't interact with everyone you play with on the server. There might be different languages, there might be things like that, but by and large, you find a group that works with you. And, you know, not a lot of people even think about this, but, like, it's not just like the Russian or the Chinese players. There are, like, little sub-communities everywhere that you don't even see. You should just go check out the Discord, check out all the different language Discords there are. And there's varying levels of, like, participation between them, you know? There's not a ton of Mongolian players, but they exist. And that's what I like about WoW. You can build little communities out of everything. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see. Murog says, our guild has many things that never get used. Thank you. I'm glad someone is willing to defend my my absolute robbery of the guild bank of something they're never going to use. Meta says, it would certainly patch some of the supply and demand imbalance of leather. Yes. as I was saying before, my shaman is a leather worker, and I just have mountains of leather. And I'm just like, well, I guess I sell it. And with cured rugged hide prices going down in the last couple of weeks, there's even less demand for leather working. So, like, that doesn't feel good. Thunder Cookie says, I think it would be great if all the crafted weapons and armors had actual boosts that are either equal or better to the regular item drops, and not always linked to the crafting skill. That is a complex topic. Also, hi, hello, Karen. Good to see you. Before I go on a diatribe about Thunder Cookie's comment, just remind anyone who's dropping in, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. There's like a cool little... Oh, I can test widgets? What? Hey, guys, tell me if you see this. Tell me if you see this. Do you guys see this? I know I see it. Alright, maybe you don't see it. Oh, yeah, okay, see? You can. So if you haven't subscribed, you'll get a little notification. Oh, thank you if you subscribe. There is a donation link that's somewhere in there if you're interested in donating. I have made $13 so far, so. But thank you to anyone who has donated. I appreciate it. So, about Thunder Cookie's question with, of all crafted weapons and armors had actual boosts that are equal or better to regular item drops. So, this... I really want to do a video about this because I got to understand some of the subtlety and nuance by talking to Dragonovi recently. And I can kind of give you a skinny of some of like the thesis I have about this. So the fact of the matter is Turtle WoW is meant to be like capped at Nax as far as progression. Nax is as far as the game is supposed to go. So if you can't expand up, you have to expand laterally. You expand out. So you give more to do that's below the level of Nax, but around it. So with that in mind, I think I understand on a deeper level why there was the nerf to Bloodvine, why there was the changes on Lionheart Helm and Titanic Leggings and all the other changes. Because I have a quote somewhere from Dragonovi who's just like, if you're a Boomkin, you get Bloodvine set, and now you're pretty much done gear progression. Like, that is super linear and super boring, and it also doesn't give the developers the space and sort of like the player desire to sort of expand laterally, to expand outwards. So rather than having something be better, having something be different is, I think, more the goal. So while I agree with Thunder Cookie saying crafted weapons and armors had actual boosts, yeah, I actually think the fact that Bloodvine has a tailoring specific, like you have to be a tailor to also get this, I actually do like that. But to make it better than drops, I think as long as it's commensurate with like where those things come from, I think it's fine. So remember, the Bloodvine set is obtained through materials that are just in ZG. So like, the fact that that's better for Boomkins than stuff in AQ40 and in Nax, well, that doesn't make sense from a progression point of view, knowing that your endpoint is Nax. So, yeah, I think it would be good, but as long as it makes sense with where the materials and the recipe drops from, if that makes sense. So, I think I'm starting to understand more so where the team, especially the itemization team, is coming from with what they're doing. But I'm also glad on the other hand that there's a lot of players and community input on working to make sure that the vision they have is actually being executed. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. I'm sure people had comments while I was ranting. Karel Peltran. Donations for independent reporter? Yeah, like, papers take subscriptions. You got to keep the lights on. Actually, it's interesting too, Karel, when you bring that up too about donations for independent reporter. I'm actually legitimately consider, like, people actually start donating, or like I get any amount of money. I'm actually thinking of having some amount of transparency about that. So like, if I get like some like stupidly high donation, I'll actually like be like, I received this donation, and like if there's any message attached to it, I'll share that as well. And if anyone tries to influence my coverage, I'll just refuse it, because I don't want that. So that is something I'm keeping in mind. Scrimp says, I would personally be all about a raid beyond Nax that offers gear of a similar level but varied. Sure, but it's gonna be impossible to balance well. I'm not saying it's not worth the effort, and I know there's been talk about a Scarlet 40 man, but oh my goodness. Okay. I got an actual donation, 25. Guys, we have nearly doubled the news budget with that donation. Thank you, Anonymous, for your donation. And thank you for not putting any cryptic message in the donation, like, now I have you, Vrograg. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Sorry, the alert actually scared me there. Oh crap, where was I? Oh yeah, talking about, so they had plans for a new 40 man, right? And there were problems with it. As I understand, it was going to be like Scarlet Citadel, I think it was called, and they were going to use the original layout for the Scarlet Monastery dungeon, but like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like 40 mans, the areas they're in are gigantic, so there was kind of a problem there, and they had other issues, but I think making something commensurate with Nax is possible, but I don't know if they can push going stronger than Nax without starting to lose more of the feel of vanilla. So I think it's maybe a good long-term goal for them, but I think they have more room to expand at the base and in the middle, if that makes sense. Because you don't want to be top-loaded, Let's see. Little Karen talks... Yeah, wait, Little Karen, you don't know about the nerf coming to Bloodvine? Little Karen doesn't watch my program. There's a link, but Dragonovi posted what's going to be happening in the patch to Bloodvine. It's going to lose 2 of its hit. It's going to have a different set bonus. Probably want to ask around the other warlocks. They'll fill you in. So I'm catching up. There's a lot of comments because my rant was very long, and there was a donation. Lil Karen says, if they make the set bonus not tailoring only and give it some sort of scaling, I think it would be super nice flavor set. Yeah, exactly. Muraga asked, does donating make a thing come up on the screen too, or only just subbing? So
I asked before it happened.
Oh yeah, you did. Sorry, the timestamps on these. So if you sub, something will pop up, but if you donate, something will pop up and there will be a noise that will happen that will alarm me and scare me. Rock Fury braces are getting nerfed, and braces of arcane accuracy from BWL are getting a boost. Yes. So, Lil Karen, you bring up a good point, because like, where like on the server you can just like, granted, I think you do have to be revered with Scenarian Circle for the Rock Fury bracers, but it's something you can do without like ever entering a raid, and the fact that it's like your BIS or second BIS caster bracers for the rest of the game is kind of nutty. So I understand why they're doing that nerf, right? Because like that progression makes more sense now. Embraces of Arcane Accuracy, people, like, I've been in BWL where people are like, I'm already Revere with Cenarian Circle, I don't want to waste DKP on that. And, like, that's weird, right? Because, like, those bracers don't always drop. So, yeah. Bobby Harling says, give me all of your fish. Well, what if I do something a little different? I'm going to catch up with comments, and then I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do the giveaway. How about that? Everyone who's here, except for Murag specifically, is eligible for the giveaway. Murag, because I'm married to her. Any other comments? Pog junk scares. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Because the alert noises play through my sound. Scrim says, I've seen that piece of land that's on the coast near Eastern Plaguelands. They filled it with lots of scarlet mobs, and many of them are named. Scrimps, you should try going... Let me show you something. I'm going to reveal all right now. Here's the world map. Here's Eastern Plaguelands. Here's Tyr's Hand. You see this? Scarlet Enclave? You can go there now. You can just go up. You can swim up from, I think, yeah. You can go down here. Is it? No, it's not here. You go up on the hinterlands. Thank you. You go up on the hinterlands. You can just swim up. You can get over there. Check out the Scarlet Enclave. It's really cool. There's NPCs over there that don't have any quests but exist. There's lots of elite Scarlet Crusade mobs. There's all sorts of little things. I like encouraging exploring. It's fun to go check out. Bring friends, though. There's also a pseudo world boss. He's like a 5-man world boss. He has like a 24-hour cooldown called the Scarlet Admiral, who is the reason why Vrograg has... let's see. Scarlet Jacket. Here it is. Check out the looks. I think I've shown this in one of my videos. Take a look at that. Don't you want this jacket? There's only one way to get it. Anyway. Lobster saying Scarlet Citadel being a 20-man catch-up raid would be cool, and I feel it makes the most sense. Yeah, I could see that. I hope they do something with Ashbringer if that's the case, though. Because Ashbringer would make sense to have stuff happen there. Yeah, Scrim saying, yeah, it's neat, you should check it out. Alright. Vrograg, where this is happening is right here. Alright. So, I'm going to get off the boat. I'm going to make a line. Or I'm going to start a queue. Everyone who wants to be in the drawing, I just want you to stand in front of Vrograg. I will give you an invite. You should accept the invite. If you're not in a group, if you are in a group, drop group, and we'll after you get your invite, just move out of the queue so I know if you're in or not. Okay. Looks like I got Chantrell. Windrus is in. Got Breakus. Okay, am I missing anyone else? I'll do an announcement here. If you want in on the drawing, let me know. Is anyone else I'm missing? Zateza and Snasa, you're good. Oh yeah, yeah. Nanoshock wants an invite. Fair. I got you. Okay. Sorry, Braxis. That is your name. Alright. Kira, you're still alive, so I can't invite you to the group, sadly. Maybe we can figure out something later. Alright. I'll send you an invite just in case. Alright. Okay. So, this will be super simple. We're just going to, we're just going to do a roll. Anyone who's in this raid, just do a roll right now.
You could roll for the number of people and then just assign the hardcore number.
I could. I have another way to do. Well, that's true. They're also sitting down, so. Okay. I have people saying they already have all the fashion coins they need. Alright, I see Telarna with 37, Braxis with 58, Corvius with 22, Windrus with 64, Nanoshock with 17, Chantrell with 68. And Chantrell, that did seem to be the case. Somberloon tries to trick everyone by rolling the joke dice with an emote. Well then, that makes it simple. That makes it simple. I'm going to message Acalix right now. Tune named Chantrell is the recipient of the 200 turtle coins. Please give it to them. The job's done. Wait, what? You can't... No, Somberloon didn't get 100. Somberloon did an emote. Unless... Wait. Can you do that? Somberloon got 69. Okay, I'm editing. Hold on. Fixing. Somberloon. Wait, it was Somberloon! Okay. I think the message was received. Let me just Oh geez, how long has that button been pushed down for? Okay. I'm going to. Hopefully, y'all heard my Bulbasaur noise. That's my Bulbasaur notification.
No.
Just so there's some transparency here, you guys can see what I did. Boom. There's a screenshot of my messages to Acalix. Somberloon. Congratulations. Also, thank goodness they're finally out of my control. I'm gonna have to wrap up things soon, but I wanted to ask people. We've been having a good time recently, doing some fishing chats. I've enjoyed them. Oh, hello. We have a big mechanized thing coming through the water. But I wanted to ask, I enjoy doing these. If anyone has like any ideas that you think might be fun, it's hard to think of things to do with such a varied level group. But if anyone has any other ideas of some activities we could do, I'm definitely listening and definitely open to other ideas. It's hard to get everyone from the community that I want here because there's people that don't even play on the server. There's people that are in different time zones, so it's nice. But yeah, I think Fish and Chill is sort of the vibe I'm going for anyway. But if there's any, I'm definitely open to activity ideas, even ones that we could do while fishing and chilling. Yes, Meta, there is a fishing competition on Sundays where we all watch shamans win in the only thing they're good at in the meta. I gotta whisper about a good idea. That's good, but I'm bad at dueling. I have thought of some fun Makara things though, but they're hard to manage. And also, I like talking to you guys and letting you know about news, things that are going to be coming out, and talking about current events. It's hard to do that when I'm running an event, so yeah. But no, that's about all I had for today. I really appreciate everyone dropping by, and whoever Anonymous is with the $25. That's amazing. Thank you. We're gonna have some pretty big news coming up. Stay tuned. I'm trying to think of a good way to. So there's one I can't talk about, but let me just say this, because there's one I can kind of talk about. What if I told all of you that Vrograg has insider information on there being not just YouTube broadcasts, but there might be radio coming soon. Everyone, stay frosty, take care of yourself. Knowledge is the deadliest weapon and all that. See you next time.